Tesla's slightly larger Model Y is about to debut in China. It is confirmed. It is official. It is not a single source rumor, unless you count Tesla's filings with the Chinese government as a rumor. No, it's real and it's happening, and it is likely to happen at other sites as well. It could be made in the US, it could be made in Europe. It remains to be seen, but I think the addressable market is huge. And here to argue with me, no, I think agree with me, is Herbert from Brighter. He's got a great channel. He has great guests, and he's got the Cyber Bulls every week. It is a magnificent show. You got to check it out if you haven't. I'm Brian. Welcome to Future Ozza. So, Herbert, you have, of course, seen this. You've covered it. You know what this is all about. This is, of course, the slightly larger Model Y. Initial thoughts?
I think it's fantastic. Yeah. So it makes sense for Tesla to release this. They needed to just take the existing Model Y brand, which is the number one selling vehicle in the world, take that brand, add and change it to add extra row seats. This is a 6-seater. And in fact, I think Grace Tao, vice president of
Yes.
top executive global in China, just announced that I think that all 4 seats in the back, they flip down. So this is going to be full flat. So this is going to be incredibly versatile. It's going to be much bigger inside. So I think, even though you take the same brand and then sell it as the Model Y L, it is a smart move. You get the same, not only the same cachet of how great this car is going to be, but you reuse all the parts and just extending the wheelbase. So I think that the margins could even be much, much better. We just heard, we don't know the pricing, but the rumors in China, right, is $56,000 US dollars, 400,000 won. I think that's a little pricey for China. I don't know if that will, price is such a sensitive thing. If that will, like you were saying, total addressable market. In the U.S., will be clear. It'd be interesting to see what they price it here. But in the U.S., this is going to be a big seller in the U.S. I was talking to, because obviously in the U.S., they like to have big SUVs. They like to have big trucks. This is exactly the kind of car, although the Model Ys are already a big seller, this is going to be a bigger one. Jeff Lutz believes that this is a big seller. He thinks like 1 million of these will sell in a year, not just hundreds of thousands.
I'm going to take Jeff's side on this one. So first of all, my question for the viewers is, from looking at it, can you see anything different, or does it just look like a Model Y to you?
It looks just like a Model Y to me, man. Every time I see a Tesla, even me, I don't know, is that an X? Is that a Y? Is that a 3? It takes me a few seconds to go, okay, that's not the X because of the door handles. Yeah.
It's easy to spot the difference from afar. All you need to do is watch hundreds of hours of drone footage, like I have. Tesla failed the the 6-seat Model Y. This new variant will be one of the world's best-selling vehicles. Comes with a longer wheelbase, adjusted C-pillar design. That's the one behind the rear window, the rear passenger window, with a longer wheelbase. And most importantly, 6-seat interior with a little aisle, so you don't have to awkwardly fold the seats up to get to the third row. You just awkwardly crawl back there, which is probably who it's for.
Mm-hmm.
The vehicle specifications have been officially listed with the Ministry of Industry and Information Technology. Boy, I got it so close on your show. The addition of a longer wheelbase and a more spacious third row is a fantastic option. Now, I have the third row Model Y, and I will tell you, I asked my kids, would adding 6 to 7 inches of additional legroom make it more comfortable? And they said, boy, would it. And that's not all of it, because you also have to look at the roof height. And if we look at it here, we can see in this, where the third row is, you are sitting basically on the wheel is where the third row is, like almost above it. And so you have no headroom. Well, now you've got all this headroom. You've got several additional inches, probably 4 inches of additional headroom, in addition to the 6 to 7 inches of additional legroom. I am confident this will sell. Why am I confident that this will sell? Well, let's look at the best-selling cars in the U.S. You know what's number one, right? in
Model
the
Y.
US. No, of all vehicles.
All vehicles in the US. Is it still
Yeah,
the Ford? Yeah.
it's still the Ford.
F-Series.
There you go. That is not a small vehicle, and it's
Yeah,
popular.
it's massive.
Number
Yeah.
2, the Silverado.
Yeah, trucks.
Not small. Number 3, let's mix it up a little, the RAV4. And I was like, wait a minute, that's not a RAV4. That looks like a Subaru, but that is a RAV4. That is what they look like now. Because in my head, they still look like this. And they don't. They no longer look like that. So that is a big vehicle. And that's number 3 in the US. Number 4, the Honda CRV, pretty big. And the Ram, and we're almost getting to the sedans. We've still got another pickup here, the GMC,
Trucks.
and
Yeah.
then the Camry, all the way down at number 6. So then finishing the list, now we get to the Model Y. It's estimated at 146. We don't know the actual number. And again, this is after the lengthy delay for the retooling. It will certainly tick up a notch or two, if not more, if not the 4th generation. Then we've got another truck. The trend you see emerging here is, at least in the US, which is one of Tesla's larger markets, another sedan, is that people really like, for the most part, big vehicles. And if the Model Y has a slightly larger battery, that means it will have the same or more range. And I think if the price genuinely is that much more, it's because they put a bigger battery in it, where they would have to jack the price by more than just the cost of a little extra steel and glass. So I think the addressable market would be tremendous. I mean, here we are at number 13. The Chevy Trax, 119,000 units. That's if the Model Y.
Is this year to date, or what is this number?
This is year to date. So
Yeah.
220
So
for the year.
Yeah. So, right. So I think I asked Grok what it thinks, and I don't know how accurate this would be. They think that the Model Y L will sell between 150,000 and 400,000. So they're not quite that optimistic and bullish that it'll be to the million level. I think that is pretty high. So hard to say. I mean, depends on what the price is, right?
But did you ask Grok for the global or the US? Because it might only sell global. Well, that's the thing. So let's talk about other markets outside the US. People say, well, I'm in Europe and what we really want is small cars. I'm in Asia and what we want is small cars. And I say, no, what you want is affordable cars. You want cheap cars. The reason the Wuling Mini sells so many isn't because it's the car people want. It's because it's the car people can afford. And as soon as you look at there is no premium price ultra compact. Doesn't exist. All the ultra compacts are bare bones, absolute minimum. It's a trick people struggle with when they're house buying. I want a really nice house, but I want it to be small. I don't want a 3,000 square foot house. The house you're asking for doesn't exist. That's called a condo. So it's tricky. The bigger cars are where all the luxury is. If you could get a bigger car for the same price as a smaller car, pretty much everyone picks the bigger car. There are some exceptions, but if the smart car is any indication, not many. The Fiat cost just as much as any other car. They didn't sell very well. So addressable market, you agree it's going to be big? What is your thoughts on how big? Will it outsell other versions of the Model Y?
The question is it going to cannibalize Model Y sales? Meaning to say that there's a portion of people, Model Y. There's a portion of people who would buy Model Y, who would bought the regular Model Y, but now go, oh, there's a 6-seater version. I'll do that instead. So meaning to say, yes, there's going to be a bigger market for the Model Y L, but does that mean a little bit less sales that would have otherwise gone to the Model Y? There's probably some of that. Now, I do think that it is a different form factor. Like the 6-seater, there is a new segment of people that like, I don't know, my age, remember the Volkswagen van? We actually had one. These vans were a big deal. Like they were just great because they were bench seats, right? You had 3 rows and you had the sliding doors, right? So people needed something like that. Now, this is that perfect fit. That's a really different car now than a normal car that only sits 5. So I think it's a big deal. So, but I don't know how much more. I wouldn't say 1 million worth. Yeah.
I'm going to say that cannibalizing is the wrong way to think about it. I don't think that when they release the Performance Model Y, which will be any day, that it will cannibalize long range or rear wheel drive sales. I think it just adds to them. If one variant, especially, I mean, they are two different form factors. That is,
yeah. There's people who want bigger cars when they have kids and all that. They'll choose the Model X because it's got that ability to do that. So now they don't need to, right? Yeah.
I think the Model X is in danger. Yeah. It does not have the kind of quality and reliability that you get when you make millions of something, because they haven't made millions of Model X. The refresh Model Y, my friend Jeff has one. The paint still rubs. He took it in, they fixed it. It still rubs. It's a.
What does that mean? Paint rubbing? I don't know
when the Falcon wings come down, it rubs the paint.
Oh, okay.
So
where?
In the door jamb. You can't see it unless the door is open, but it's not supposed to.
I see.
This is a vehicle
the edges of the door. Okay.
Yeah.
As it goes down.
As it goes down, because it's a weird design. I personally wouldn't want to buy a Model X because, first of all, they're very expensive. And when they're out of warranty, I'm concerned with what the repairs on those doors would cost because it would be a fortune. So I think the Model X is the one that should be in danger, because this is a lot of car for the money. And I think that launch price, $52,000 in China, tells me this might launch at $60,000 in the US. But now that the IRA's going away, you don't have to play weird little games with your price to keep it under this or under that. All the cars compete against each other more or less equally. I mean, the import tariffs are still going to be weird, but this is, a slightly bigger car. And I think that's exactly what people want. I think they did a good job of maintaining the lines while making it a little longer and a little taller. It does have a big butt, though.
I think it looks okay. It looks good.
Well, this is inspired by the Tesla Diner because you can show a movie on it.
What?
It looks like a movie screen. Come on.
All right.
Any other thoughts on the market? Now, if you're folding down the seats, you can taller people can camp now.
Yeah, no, it might be used for it's like halfway in between a pickup truck and a car, right? Because it can carry big items like your bikes or a TV that you buy from Costco, right? Like
Ron part of the reason
people buy trucks, just for that one time in 5 years that I need to buy a big TV. I might need a truck.
Ron from the Oregon Electric Vehicle Association brought in his Model Y today the giant pop-up tent that we use, plus all of the things that go in the tent, fits like a dream. I have seen people say, well, I want the bigger car, but I don't want the third row. Is it going to cut into my storage space? And I'm here to tell you, it is not. It is going to, all it does is eliminates the little under area the second area. You still have the trunk, the under trunk. You just don't have the hidden under trunk, the smuggler's trunk. And if you don't like it, don't buy it. And if it's really popular, we saw, I think it was in Singapore, someone had bought a 7-seat Model Y and removed removed all the seats, just used the extra space to make it, to put in 2 captain's chairs and like wood flooring, and it was beautiful. Maybe people will do that with this. It is now potentially more of a limousine. And I imagine the second row, when slid all the way back, will give you limousine caliber.
Yeah. That's the other thing to think about as we transition into autonomous vehicles. And you got to think this way now. Every car that they're making, think robotaxi. So now you've got Model 3, so you've got the Cybercab, right, for 2-seaters. You got the Model 3 sedan kinds. Then you got your Model Ys, much more roomier, perfect for robotaxi, 4-seater, 5-seaters. Then you got the 6-seaters. And now, and lots of room for delivery. So this is going to help service that as well.
And I'll tell you, if the Model Y, if all Teslas were already unsupervised when the X takeover ended on Saturday night,
yeah, you could sleep
all
in it
of us would have gone to sleep on the way to the LA diner where we would have enjoyed breakfast as a group.
That's a big point. I think that the 4 seats in the back, being able to fly flat, what a perfect vehicle. So, people like to take their trucks, campers, right? This would be perfect because at least you're covered inside. And then you can have all sorts of things like a bed in there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm excited about this car. I have absolute confidence it will sell. Am I frustrated that we don't have a drivable compact car? Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I think that would be a lot of fun to see in the lineup. And maybe we will.
Drivable compact car. Well, who said we're not about to get one?
Well, the Roadster we may get, but you and I
You're
may
convinced that the more affordable vehicle is not a drivable compact car?
Compact? No, I think it's going to be not compact.
Not a shorter Model Y.
Yes, but that just makes it look more like more like this. And
don't show that to me.
All right, I'll show you this instead. Guys, your support is how I'm able to do things. I've got this idea in my head that maybe I'll go to some country, some developing country where EVs are starting to take hold and check it out. See what makes it happen. That's something I'd like to do at some point in the future. Talk to the people in those countries who are getting the more affordable models that we don't get, that we probably wouldn't want. Find out where they charge. Do all those things. That'd be a cool series if I could swing it. Who knows? But your support means a lot. And if you can't do that, you can subscribe. I'm going to extend the offer from before, 2 for 1. Subscribe to me and Herbert. It is free for both. And, what did we miss? What did we misunderstand? Leave it in the comments below. And everybody else, stay tuned, stay juicy. And I cannot wait to hear from you clever robots on the Flippity Flop.